Alright, so this is my first ever video. You know, coming out here from Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, we out. And all of this is coming fresh out my dome. You know, I'm just gonna say whatever's on my mental. But the thing I want to talk about today, like, is it's been weighing on my mind a lot recently. Materialism in our world, especially in America, especially if you live in America, but in general, like all over the world, people are just genuinely so attached to random things, like to their phone. The phone is the biggest thing. Doom scrolling, you know, social media. They're always comparing themselves to someone else. They're always on their phone. Their dopamine receptors are getting out. Alright. And I got that from JPG. Shout out JPG. But, like, attachment to even food, like, that's why, like, you see people fasting. That's why you see Buddhist monks, like, they're out there eating rice and vegetarian shit because they don't want to be cooked. Because, like, when you have so much attachment to all these things, and especially in our consumer society where you're told you need to buy this new thing, you need to buy these new Rick Owens, you need to buy this Supreme jacket, you need to buy a spray ground, which, no hating on spray ground, I got one. But you just think, do I really need all this shit? Do I really need a Rick Owens, like new Rick Owens Chrome Hearts crossover? Probably not. You may want it, and you may be told that you need it to be cool, to fit in, but really all you need to do is just be yourself and be, like, exist, be in the present, you know, exist. Because when you have attachment to all these things, when you have attachment to your life in general, like, yeah, there's certain things you need, like food, water, all that shit. But when you have attachment to certain things in your life, money, hoes, designer clothes, like, you're gonna be so much more worried, you're gonna be so much more stressed, because you're always gonna be thinking, oh, what do I need next? I need something, I need this. And once you start depending on things to give you happiness, once you start depending on people, once you start depending on drugs, once you start depending on the next thing you get at the store, the next bite of food you eat, the next video that your favorite YouTuber pops out, that's desperation. You're acting out of desperation. You need those things, and when you don't have them, you feel sad, and you wonder, why do I feel so bad all the time? It's because you're depending on certain things that will not give you true happiness, true fulfillment. You're depending on these things. And when you're depending on these things, you know what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna be cooked. You're gonna be deep fried and blow dried, my guy. Sorry, I keep using JPG's, like, his terms, you know? I keep using his terms. Forearms. We out in the gym. Yeah, but just keep it authentic, you know? Don't rely on things to give you happiness. And once you start meditating, the biggest thing for me was being grateful for the things I already have. Every morning I wake up, I meditate for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long I feel called to do. Then I go outside. I look at the birds, I look at the trees, I look at the grass, I smell flowers, like, no shit, no joke. I smell the flowers because life is genuinely beautiful. And then I go and I thank God, I say God, and everybody has their own perception of God. But I thank God for, number one, giving me breath to breathe, clean clothes, food, living in America. Because some countries, you don't have the same freedom we do. I couldn't be putting this video out if I lived in a certain country, certain countries, East, plural, you know. So there are certain things that we need to be more grateful for. We take a ton of shit for granted, especially here in America. We barely even think about the water or the Fanta or the Sprite that our waiter brings us, or that we get from fast food restaurant, whatever. And if you go to fast food regularly, you're cooked. You're cooked. Because you think about it, you're ruining your health. And that goes in with the consumerism thing. You're told that this thing will make you happy. And yes, it does, but it's so temporary. Those feelings that you get from eating a McDonald's cheeseburger, that's so temporary. That's so fake. It's the sugar and the carbs making you feel better. You need to eat fruits, my guy. You need to eat fruits, vegetables, fibers, whole grains, natural teas. Should I be fucking with green tea? Green tea's pretty good. And black coffee, green tea. But yeah, just meditation helped me a lot. Being grateful for things. I am grateful, like, if I see a squirrel, I thank God for it, you know? Like, even things I don't like, people I don't like, people I, you know, but I still love them. I still have that love for everything, everybody. A love for the universe. Because once you start, and once you, like, start being more grateful, then you'll start needing less. If you're grateful and content with what you already have, then you'll start wanting less and needing less. You'll start having less attachments. You'll stop waiting for the next thing to come out. Oh, Ken Carson didn't drop. Okay. So, get over it. I be fucking with Ken Carson. I got more Chaos on CD. But Cartoons didn't drop. Loser can't find the freaking drop button. He doesn't know how to drop his own music. Nah. But for real, you gotta kill that attachment, you know, to this material life. Because to be honest with you, this life, this material possessions, it's all a matrix. And it's all fake. I've been in psychosis. I've been in derealization. I've experienced near ego death. Or I have experienced ego death. Once you realize, derealization taught me a lot. Once you realize that this shit is all fake, that all this stuff you're told you need, especially in America, this consumerism, once you wake up and realize it's fake, you don't need any of this. There's other energies here that you cannot see. There are other things here that you cannot see. It's all fake. Once you realize that, it changes you. But yeah. Moment of silence for the Minecraft music. This is very important too. Breath work. Just taking a moment, because in this culture, we're constantly told we need to keep going, keep going, keep going. No, slow down. Actually, right now, let's take 3 deep breaths together. See, don't you already feel better? That's because you're letting your mind slow down. You're letting your mind decompress. But the final thing I want to say, or a few things I want to say. The big 3. Meditation, for me at least, this is what works for me. Everybody is different. Meditation, breath work, gratefulness. Shit helps, but I'll be dropping more. This is my first video, but I'll definitely be dropping more. I don't have anybody to thank. Well, I have a lot of people to thank. And I'm very grateful for the people who do watch this video. And I love y'all. Keep it pushing.